The topic is personalities, the famous personalities of India and international personalities. This is part of your GK exam. And we have already discussed few topics of GK. Number one, Indian defense, we have done. League of Nations and UN, United Nations, already completed. Third, we have also completed space research in India. Now we are on the fourth topic, which is the famous personalities. So very important topic of GK. So let us start. So here we have a personality, a great personality of India, which India is proud of. The space scientist, the father of missile program in India, who was born in poor family and became the leading scientist of space research and missile program. Also, he won 3 civilian awards and ultimately got Bharat Ratna. And later on, he became the president. A very simple man, highly regarded man by all communities of India. Let us start. Name, Dr. A.P.J. Kalam. This birth and his death year, no need to remember for your exam. This is for information only. But you should know his full name. Second important, he was the 11th president of India. A man who was not a politician, but he was invited to become the president of India, and his contribution as a president was immense. And his tenure was in 2002 to 2007 for 5 years. He is the man behind the missile program of India. That is the reason that we called him Missile Man of India. Next, important for your exam, he was dedicated to science, professional excellence, and he is known for the simplicity of life. Books. He was a great author, great motivator. India Vision 2020. Second book, Wings of Fire. It is his autobiography, which is divided in 4 parts. Where he was born, in a very poor family of Kerala. His teachers was his father, one school teacher, and his friend. How he grew from that small village to become the Missile Man of India and later on the President of India. Then Ignited Minds. So these are the 3 books you should remember for your exam. So Dr. A.P.J. Kalam also got Bharat Ratna, the highest civilian award of India in 1997. Before this, he got Padma Bhushan as well as Padma Vibhushan. And he was a chief architect of 1998 when we experimented the nuclear test for the second time. Such was the contribution of this great man, and you should know all these points which we have discussed for your competitive exam as part of GK, and the topic is personalities. Now we will move to the next one. The next personality is Shri Aurobindo Ghosh. When he was born and when he died, no need to remember this. Just you should have some idea. Indian philosopher, great yogi. Earlier he participated in the freedom struggle, but in 1926 he took away himself from politics and started his spiritual journey. He set up an Aurobindo ashram in Pondicherry, 1910. Ashram was founded by him, of course. I told you he left the public life in 1926. He started a new movement known as Aurobindo movement, in which he said that yoga should be integral part of everyone. You can be spiritual while living a normal life as a family man. His famous works, The Life Divine, Essays on Gita, and when India got independence, he was offered by Congress to join the government, but he refused. He said, I want to die like a spiritual teacher, a teacher, not as a politician. So that was a great contribution of this man known as Aurobindo Ghosh. He set up the first international village known as Aurobindo in Puducherry or Pondicherry. That Aurobindo village has 4 zones, and it has 4 zones, and where you can live a complete life. So such was a great man known as Aurobindo Ghosh, and you know there are so many schools, hundreds of schools are running on his philosophy known as Aurobindo schools or Aurobindo schools. Thank you. The next important personality for GK is Maulana Abul Kalam Azad. He was born in this year and died in this year. Where he was born in Makkah. Maulana means a Islamic scholar. He was a great Islamic scholar who stood for Hindu-Muslim unity. And he was opposed to the partition of India. And later on, he became the first education minister of India, who set up UGC, IITs, School of Planning, plus 11 November is celebrated as National Education Day in his memory. That was a great man. He was a freedom fighter and very staunch nationalist. He became the first education minister of India, as I told you, who set up UGC, IIT, and so many great institutions of India. Award. He was awarded Bharat Ratna in 1992, and his famous book is India Wins Freedom, which tells his story, the story how India was able to win the freedom. The next important personality for your exam is Dr. Homi Bhabha, the father of atomic program in India, a great man who contributed to the atomic energy growth of India. He was born, he died. No need to cram it, just you should have some idea of this. Role, Indian nuclear scientist, father of Indian nuclear program, and he founded Bhabha Atomic Research Center, earlier known as Atomic Energy, or we call as Atomic Energy Commission. Laid the foundation of India's atomic energy and nuclear research program, and that is the reason that we use nuclear energy for peaceful purpose, as well as we are a nuclear power. India is a nuclear power. And he died in a crash in 1966 when he was flying in Europe. So this is a great contribution of Dr. Homi Bhabha for your exam. He studied in Cambridge and later on in Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, and where he gained the knowledge and contributed to the atomic growth of India. Now we will move to the next personality for your exam, and we are discussing GK, and the topic is important personalities. Next personality is Acharya Vinoba Bhave. He was born and he died. Again, I'm telling again, no need to cram these dates, but you should have some idea. He was a great social reformist and a very close disciple of Mahatma Gandhi. He was a great student of Mahatma Gandhi. He led Bhudan movement. That means land should be donated to landless. So that was his great contribution. Bhudan. Bhu means mean. Dan means giving in charity. So land should be given as a charity to those who are tilling the land, ਜਿਹੜੇ land ਨੂੰ use ਕਰ ਰਹੇ हैं, ਉੱਥੇ खेती ਕਰ ਰਹੇ हैं, and they have been doing from last many years, maybe 10, 20, 30 years. Next is award. He was given the Bharat Ratna in 1983, the highest civilian award. And his achievement that he was the first to get Raman Magsaysay Award in 1955, and this award is known as Asia's Nobel Prize. This is a contribution, and these are the points for your competitive exam based on topic personality, and we are discussing Acharya Vinoba Bhave, famous for Bhudan movement. Next, now we are discussing an important personality of early freedom fighter, a nationalist known as Dadabhai Naoroji. He was Parsi, who contributed a lot, and we called him Grand Old Man of India. This is his birth, this is his death. There's no need to cram this, just understand. He was early nationalist leader and freedom fighter. That was the reason that Tilak, Gandhi considered him, even Gokhale considered him as his guru, as their guru. He was the second president of Indian National Congress. The session was held in 1886 at Calcutta. First session was held in 1885, and the first president of Indian National Congress was W.C. Banerjee. And he was the second president. He is famous for drain theory. He said that Britishers have drained the wealth of India, in a systematic drained wealth of India. And he was the first man to calculate the national income. Plus, important book he wrote, Poverty and Un-British Rule in India. Poverty and Un-British Rule in India. That means the Britishers ruled in India in a different way, what they were doing in their own country. In their own country, they were helping the people to grow, but in India, they were draining the wealth from the country, from the people, from resources, from the land, from minerals, from agriculture, and so on. So that's very important book for your exam. So this is important, and he was the second president. Of course, next important is that he is known as a Grand Old Man of India. He was a Parsi by religion. So this is all about Dadabhai Naoroji, who was earlier nationalist. The next is Ganesh Mavalankar. His full name is Ganesh Vasudev Mavalankar. Birth, death. Birth, death. But important point for exam is that he was the first speaker of Lok Sabha. First speaker of Lok Sabha. And speaker is a member of the Lok Sabha. Role as a freedom fighter, participated in the non-cooperation movement 1920 and civil disobedience movement which held in 1929 and so on. Helped to establish the parliamentarian procedure in India. So what we see in parliament, this was contributed by first speaker of India known as Ganesh Mavalankar. So yaad ki karna hai? Name, first speaker, participated here, and he gave the rules and decorum how to run Lok Sabha as a speaker. So this is all about Ganesh Mavalankar. Next, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, the first president of India, 1950 to 62 for 12 years. Freedom fighter, key member of Constituent Assembly which formed the Constitution of India. And this was formed in 1946, we will discuss later on. He wrote a book, India Divided. Only president of India to serve 2 full terms. So this is all about Dr. Rajendra Prasad. Now we will move to the next. Name, C. Rajagopalachari. Chakravarti Rajagopalachari. First and the last Governor General of India. When India got independence, the Governor General was Lord Mountbatten. When India got independence, the Governor General was Lord Mountbatten. He was told and requested by Indian National Congress and by the Indian government to continue as Governor General for a few months more. So who was the Governor General at time of independence? Lord Mountbatten. Who was the first Governor General of India? Lord Mountbatten, because he continued till 1948. But if question comes, who is the first Indian to become Governor General? Then the answer is C. Rajagopalachari. He was the first and last Indian Governor General, because after that, in 1950, the post of Governor General was abolished and India became a republic on 26 January 1950, when the post of Governor General was abolished and the President office started working as the head of the nation. Role: freedom fighter, statesman, very close associate of Mahatma Gandhi. He founded a very famous party which contributed something great to Indian national struggle, that is Swatantra Party. And then first Indian Governor General of West Bengal. He was the first governor once the India got independence after 1950, when we became republic. Then he was also appointed as a governor of West Bengal in modern India, independent India. So these are the important points for C. Rajagopalachari, first and the last Indian Governor General. Next important personality is Sucheta Kripalani, wife of J.B. Kripalani, freedom fighter, participated in Quit India movement in 1942, and the first woman CM of Uttar Pradesh. She was the first woman to become CM when 1963. So these are the important points of Sucheta Kripalani. Next is Ustad Zakir Hussain. Ustad Zakir Hussain, Indian, famous tabla maestro, great man who played tabla. He popularized the Indian classical across the world, and he composed music in 1996 Atlanta Olympics in USA, and he is renowned for blending Indian classical music with the global. So these are the contributions of Ustad Zakir Hussain. So famous paper में क्या आता है कि Zakir Hussain related to which musical instrument? He was a great tabla player.